Hi, everyone. My name is Adenike Yeside. I'm from Nigeria, and the topic of my tutorial is Introduction to Simplicia Complexes. So I'll be talking on simplices and simplicia complexes. So firstly, I want to define when a set is said to be geometrically independent. So if given a set of points in the Euclidean space, so this set of points is said to be geometrically independent if for any real or scalars it satisfies these conditions. So we say that this set of points is geometrically independent. So I have two propositions here. So a set of n plus 1 points in Rn is also said to be geometrically independent if and only if these vectors are linearly independent. Yes, in Rn. So we say that this set of points is geometrically independent. And I have another proposition. A set of points of n plus 1 point in Rn is also geometrically independent if no hyperplane of dimension n minus 1 contain all the points. So we say that this set of points is geometrically independent. So from these definitional propositions, we see that a one-point set is always geometrically independent. Any two sets of points, the point, they are distinct, so is always geometrically independent. A set of 3 points is also geometrically independent according to that proposition. So no one-dimensional hyperplane contains this point. These 3 points, they are distinct. So these three, none of them lying on the same straight line. So they are non-collinear. And also a 4-point set is also linear, is geometrically independent. So no two-dimensional hyperplane contains these points. So these 4 points, they are distinct. So none of them lying on the same plane. So they are non-coplanar. So now I want to define the n-simplex. So if I have a set of points that is geometrically independent in Rn, so we define the n-simplex sigma spanned by this point to be the set of all point x of Rn such that if this property holds, so we say that the set or is an n-simplex. And so this lambda, they are uniquely determined by x, and we call them the barycentric coordinates of the point x over sigma with respect to this point. So for example, a zero simplex is a point, a one simplex spanned by these 2 points is a line segment joining. So this is a one simplex now. This is a two simplex, the triangle, both the interior and the boundary. So this is a 3 simplex spanned by this point is a tetrahedron. And so now we have another definition. So let my sigma be an n-simplex spanned by this point. Then the point, this point that spans my sigma are called the vertices of sigma like this. These are vertices of this simplex now. So the number n is the dimension of sigma. So this now is 3 because it's a 3 simplex. Any simplex spanned by a subset of this set of points is called a face of sigma. For instance, now this a naught now is a face of this simplex. This line segment 2 is also a face of the simplex. So the interior of the simplex is defined by the equation the boundary the sigma minus the boundary. So we sometimes call it the open simplex. So now I go to the simplicial complexes now, the definition. A simplicial complex K in Rn is a collection of all the simplices in Rn, collection of simplices in Rn such that if sigma is a simplex in K and tau is a face of this simplex, then also tau is also in K. And if I have two simplices of K, if this sigma and sigma naught are two simplices of K, then if the intersection is either empty or has a common face. So if it satisfies this, then it's a simplicial complex. And if sigma is a simplex its dimension is defined as the cardinality of that simplex minus 1. And if K is a simplicial complex, its dimension is defined as the maximum dimension, the supremum of the dimension of this of its simplices. So I have an example now. This K1 is a simplicial complex of dimension 1 because this is a two simplex, and we notice every face here. This is also in K. This is also in K. So this is a simplicial, and any intersection here too is also a face in this complex. So K1 is a simplicial complex. This K22 is also a simplicial complex of dimension 2, because we see that the union for this, for instance now, this is a 2 simplex and this is another 1 simplex. We can see that even the intersection of these 2 simplex and this 1 simplex now is in K. It has a common face, which is VU. And also, if I look at this 1 simplex and these 2, the intersection is empty, and every simplex here is also in K. So we see that this K2 is a simplicial complex of dimension 2, but this is not a simplicial complex because the face of this is not the face of this, so it's not a simplicial complex, and this is not also a simplicial complex. So now, if I have the modulus of K to be a subset of Rn, so I can do, if my modular of K is the union of the simplices of K, so this space is called the underlying space of K, or the geometric realization, or the polyhedron of K. And now I have another definition. If X is a topological space, if there is a simplicial complex K whose underlying space is homeomorphic to X, then the X is said to be triangulable space, and that complex, the complex K, is called the triangulation of X. So now, the last definition here, if X is a point of the polyhedron in this underlying space, so that X is interior to precisely 1 simplex of K. If I label its vertices to be A0 to A0, then my X will be equals to this. So thank you.